Well, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for Hollywood Bet's Greyville, Sunday the 19th of July, and there's KwaZulu-Natal Breeders race day, and they always put on a very good race day. Black and white's the theme, and all the KwaZulu-Natal breds get a chance to fight out for some decent stakes, and there certainly are decent stakes considering every race is worth 30,000 more than what we normally race for, and then some of them quite a lot more. But half of them are on the poly, or the majority on the poly, and then a couple of races on the grass. I'll go through them. The first race is off at 11:15, and it's the KZM Breeders Fillies Juvenile Mile, and at 1200 at least. It's a non-black type, and it absolutely looks like it's made for winter smoke. She does look like the class. She ran in the Allen Robertson, and she was hot favourite there. There doesn't look like anything in that calibre in this race, and she should be able to open up with a win. Gone Platinum, I know that they're very keen on getting this filly qualified for this race because she ran last week, and they weren't very happy with that it was the right race, but they wanted to qualify her anyway. She ran a cracking good race, and I think that she's a big danger. What else is there? Bells and Whistles has run a fair racer last start as well, but I don't know that Joyful Winter form's that strong, and Carpsa Macy also comes out that Joyful Winter race, so it will be interesting to see how they go. But we're on the poly the first race, and it is an early start. Race 2, Juvenile Plate, non-black type, 1200 meters, and the favourite here, well, there are a number of them. The favourite is Garrulous at 12-10. Glenn Cotson's runner number 2 on the card. Warren Kennedy rides it and probably deserves to be favourite. He won a good race beating Candyman last time. He's got ability, this son of Byword, and Byword has thrown up a number of horses that can run. Might be a bit sharp for him. I know he won at 1200, but he now gets Warren Kennedy, which is a big plus. What are the dangers? Well, Royal Wolf has been terribly disappointing in Johannesburg. I made him the best bet on the card last time, and he just didn't quicken. He didn't go on with it. He looked like he just wouldn't go through with it. And I see they put a set of blinkers on him. So it will be interesting to see if the blinkers are what he needs, or he needs gelding. I believe he probably needs gelding. Harlington Express, I was very impressed with the race he won, but Magic Lee's done nothing for the form, and the form hasn't really stood up. And he comes back after a very long break, so he might just need it, but the stable can get them ready, and that's number 7 on the card. Number 9, Willow Express, won a good race in Johannesburg last time, and it wasn't Johannesburg. They came down here, and we mentioned him that he looked like they were getting him ready. And he won a very good race. That was on the poly track, course and distance. So he goes into all your players well. I don't see anything else in the race. Race 3, Breeders, Fillies and Mares, 1200, absolute 3-cornered contest. My top choice is Lanier, only because the weight suits her extremely well, and I think that she should win. Silent Crusade is a hot favourite, odds-on favourite, and really looks to have this race cut and dried, made for her. But Lanier's not that far out at the weights, getting 4 kilos from Silent Crusade. Montreal Miss from the Tarry Yard is a horse that we've got to question, and maybe that comes into all your players well. I'd put all 3 into the bipot and the PA. Race 4, Breeders 1200, and this is an interesting race because the favourite is Ishnana. Now, I've always believed Ishnana might be better at Scottsville, but he certainly goes well at Greyville as well. I'm not sure he's at his best on the poly, and Filippo definitely is at his best on the poly. But I think both of them have got a big problem with Ad Altisma, who I think is a huge runner. I think he's a very good horse, and I think he'll run extremely well. And In Cahoots, who came back to form his run before last on the poly, where he beat Ad Altisma. But at the weights, Ad Altisma should be able to run very, very close to him. So I make them the top 2, funny enough, Ad Altisma and In Cahoots, and they're both 7-1. Race 5, Maiden Plate on the turf, 1600 meters, and 4-cornered contest this. Lord of the Manor from the Dixon stable, Donovan Dillon rides, got all the right credentials. And he ran behind Donald McDonald. Now that form is in the form lines, and I'm not sure that it's that good a form line. So I'm going for Lady Lucia of Lucia, and I think that she might be the right horse. Godden has got to ride a better race than he rode last time at Greyville. He rode a shocker. He let them get away. He was turned into the straight way back. What he's got to do is he's got to bounce and hold his position and just race, even if he races 2 or 3 wide, just race there. And when they turn for home, give her a chance to get to the front horses. She's very good, this filly. I think that she should be able to win. And she's almost a banker for me. Tilmeath, I think, big danger. And Laf's other horse, Grey Lingari, I think, comes into the race with a chance. And if you're looking for more, your Carter's Dance gets blinkers, and Fade to Black, number 7 and number 8, get chances as well. I'm going strongly with number 12, Lady Latia. Race 6, Breeders, mile, 1,600 meters, R500,000 on the turf. Matador Man's my first choice. I think that he ran a cracking good race in the Gold Challenge last time. He has only beaten 3.5 lengths by Rainbow Bridge. This is perfect for him. Lyle Hewitson gets on with him. He knows what to do. He just needs a pace. And if he gets a pace, I assure you he'll be right there. Right, what are the dangers? Well, there's 3 very, very good horses in this race, or 4 of them. Mississippi Burning's 1-5 from 8. She is top class, and she's shown that she's top class. At the weights, I cannot believe that she can only get half a kilo from Matador Man. That's why I've gone for Matador Man. Nexus, one doesn't know how good he is. He's pretty unexposed and probably getting better. Ronnie's Candy's the best filly around. She really should go very, very well. And Chimes is a very, very useful 4-year-old by Atto from the Gary Alexander stable, number 4 on the card. So basically number 12, Matador Man, from number 2, Mississippi Burning. There are a number of... You could actually end up going the field in this race if you don't like Matador Man. I'm going Matador Man strongly. Race 7. Tracker Ball Oaks, 2,400 meters, 4-cornered contest. Palmander, Mike the Cox runner, not here for the fresh air, and got to go very well. Return Flight, best filly in the race, number 3 on the card, Lyle Hewitson for Sean Terry. This filly comes back to her best. She is a huge runner, and she should win this. Chitengo, she's unbeaten over the 2,400 meters. Her last 2 starts, 2 of her last 3 starts, she's run extremely well. She's very good, Chitengo, and she's perfectly placed in a race like this. And Kelpie, I think Kelpie will run very well. I've been following this filly. She's run 2 disappointing races in KwaZulu-Natal, but she's a lot better than that, and I expect her to be very hard to beat. Race 8, Breeders, 1,600, and only 3 horses can win this, I think. There's the filly's side of it. Spirit of the Groove is the best filly in the race. She's got the highest merit rating. She gets Gavilarina, who won very easily on her. Does she get a mile? That's the big question with Spirit of the Groove. Georgina Rose, her last run was very good behind Mississippi Burning, and she comes into the race with a big chance. She's relatively unexposed, but she gets Anton Marcus. And Just Kidding, I think, is the best horse in at the weights. Number 1 on the card, Gary Alexander's runner, with Lyle Hewitson aboard. Huge, huge chance. So 1, 3, and 6. There are others that have got chances, but that's where I'm staying. Race 9, because the Breeders 1,600, and this is a little more difficult. My top choice is number 11, Caliente. He's a 7-to-1 shot, and I think he's well worth having an each way. We're back on the poly here, and really he's a horse that's well suited to this, and I think he'll be very hard to beat. The draw is a concern, but he's definitely got a big chance. Now, at the weights, hell of a ride. The 3-year-old is a favourite, and he's got very good form, but I'm not sure that he's good enough to only get 4 kilos from Caliente. What else? Number 1, Boxcar. Well, he might be the best horse in the race and seems really well weighted. If he gets to just tuck in and be able to attack them late, he's got a big chance. I don't know how he'll go around the turn here at Greyville. And then number 9, Vincent. I think this horse comes into a chance. He's a big priced horse, and I put him in with every single chance in a race like this. It could easily be a field race to end up the pick 6. Race 10, the Breeders, 1,900, and I think it's absolute 3-cornered contest. I like the Bayou. I think he's great value, and I think he's certainly worth having an each way on at 12-1. Pollard, very, very nice horse. He goes extremely well. This horse on the Poly, he absolutely doddled in when he ran on the Poly 3 runs ago in quite a strong field, and he goes close. And then the third horse that I put in was number 11, Master Magic, Dennis Bosch's runner. Anton Marcus takes a ride on this. I think there's a good jockey booking and would go into all my play. Pass for Victory and Christopher Robin definitely have some sort of chance with Indigo. So difficult last leg, but I'm going with the Bayou each way. All in all, extremely good days racing at Greyville, and I hope you all enjoy it and have a good one and get all the cash for next week's Vodacom Durham July.